You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Braxton Family Values After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV.
I'm so used to using Google, so it's like, oh.
Yes. Hold on, drop that beat, Marissa. Old school Tony Braxton. I love how we're going through all the old school Tony Braxton songs that were actually hot back in the day.
Yeah.
Super sickening. Bing is for doing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Braxton Family Values After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. Happy Cinco de Mayo. We're so dumb. Jason J. Carter here. Hello, my co-host. What's up?
What's up, everyone? I'm so happy to be back. I'm Ashley Gray. Make sure that you tweet me during the show. I want to hear what you want to talk about.
Boom.
We about to tear this up, or try to.
And I'm your host, Larice, Shamar, basically following in behind Jason and Ashley. We're here to have a great show tonight.
Yeah,
so let's kind of get into it.
Get into it. Ashley, welcome back. You look exquisite as always.
Thank you.
Beauty queen.
Thank you.
I bet you they hate on you so much because you're so cute.
Right.
Ashley.
They're salty. They're like a whole can of Larice. Salty. All right, so season 3, episode 9. What's cooking in the oven? My bad. What's cooking in the oven was the name of this episode, and we finally. We knew this, but Tamar is with child. She got a love on top.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I love that. She was like, me and my love on top.
I was just like, love on top.
I know. She has the
new
best
phrase.
one-liners. The
She
best.
does.
Yeah.
And I love how Tracy is like, they're doing it. Vince and Tamar are doing it.
First of all, don't nobody want to see her doing it with her man.
Well, I mean, Tracy's definitely gotten sexier now.
She did
weight.
get
She has lost
sexier,
some
but
weight,
how
though.
you gonna hate on the fat dude when you was fat?
Well, I just.
But at the same time, she wasn't ass fat.
Yeah, I know. She's not.
It's two different levels of
Right. Vince is a big dude, and Tracy's just a thick girl.
thick.
They both like to eat.
It runs in the family.
They got that hungry gene.
Well, Tamar finally opens up to her mom and tells her that she's pregnant. And I like how she has different names like, man, daddy's the mouth of the South.
Yeah, like everybody is like really can't hold water. Everybody just talk about everything in their family.
And the mom gets so excited that she's the first to know. But sometimes Evelyn's like, today, woman, spit it out. You know what I'm saying? It's like it takes her a whole scene to say one sentence.
I was like, seriously, I wonder how long this is going to take for her to freaking get this out and for Mama E to, say what she got to say. I'm like, okay, y'all are boring me. Seriously, snooze fest.
Come on, Tamar.com. You are boringme.com. You are boringme.gov.co. Anyway, but yeah, it's cool. So she's pregnant. We knew this. And I can't imagine Tamar being a mom, but apparently she's a great aunt because all of her sisters, when they finally find out that, yes, she is with child, that they say that she's going to be an amazing mother because she's an amazing aunt.
You're always an amazing uncle or aunt when you don't have kids because they're not like...
They're like movies. You rent them and bring them back.
Take them back.
Exactly.
Can I rent box my niece and nephew today?
They tell me that all the time. Oh, you're such a great uncle. Like, but wait till I have kids.
I know.
Totally different story.
It's like permanent,
I think they were just saying that just to say it.
Right.
I don't think that they really in their mind think Tay-Tay is going to be... I mean, I think she's going to be an awesome mom because it's true. You do kind of change your personality when you have your own kid. But, I mean, from what we saw in previous seasons, Tay-Tay...
Not
even. But at the same time, it's going to be kind of interesting to see her as a mom because she's so, aggressive and spoiled. But now she has to spoil another individual.
It's not about her anymore.
Yeah, so that's really going to be very interesting to see, is she going to be able to drop them one-liners again? Is she going to be as entertaining and funny the way she is on the show? But also, you taking care of another person besides yourself.
It's not, more about you.
I think she's still going to be fabulous. I think she's still going to be Tamar.
Yeah.
She's still going to be wild and crazy.
Right.
And
just with child, with a love on top. Just with a mini Tamar. She said she wants to buy her a drop-top Bentley Tonka truck. Or, you know.
I mean, it's be like, okay, Manny Tamar. I can't wait till she start walking and talking, or with whichever it shall be, boy or girl. They can probably be identical to her.
I know, like, what? That ain't hot. Bomb.com, what? If it's a girl,
I don't want it.
I mean, Tamar's probably going to give the kid a wig or a weave at, 2 weeks old.
Be like, your baby has a foot, head of hair. Be like,
nah, because that's hot. That's bomb.com.
Like, who does that?
Pop it, pop it. Hey, AfterBuzz, let us know what you think. Do you think Tamar is going to make an amazing mom? Do you think having a child is going to really calm her down and make her have a seat? Hit us up on iTunes, rate a friend, tell a friend, rate us, sorry. Give us 5 stars. We love hearing from you. We love hearing your feedback. If there's something about the Braxtons that we don't know, that we're missing out on, educate us. We'll give you a shout out on the show because that's how we do.
Do it.
Toni Braxton is finally not having a meltdown this episode.
Yeah,
she was great. She looks good.
This much of her.
I mean, yeah.
Which is a good thing. Sometimes Toni, I think out of all the sisters, Toni's the more rehearsed one. Because a lot of the things she says is like, did you plan you were going to say that?
Yeah.
It's like a lot of one-liners. That it's real subtle, but it's just like, okay.
It's like, and scene.
Next.
You know?
I still don't even know if I really got or grasped her personality. Like, I see bits and pieces of it, but I still don't know who Toni Braxton is really. I'm like, really, girl? Is this really you? Or just like what you said,
right?
Are you rehearsed?
She's like so reserved on the show. Cause even like when they kind of give her own take, when she kind of give her own rebuttal to the scene, it's just like, okay, and
she's like, well, I don't know. I mean, like, hey, I mean, that's it. I said it. Tamar's fat. I said it. You know, and on to Trina. And we also see the return of the Canadian Trina.
Oh, I mean, yes, in the studio.
My new music video is like coming out. So Party Go Home did not do as well as expected. So, you know, I mean, in the house, we were just going to go to like Canada and ew.
It disgusts me. Like,
What
it's
is
so
that?
annoying. It's like, honey, girl, be yourself. Like, why are you trying to own these different personalities? I just don't get it.
It makes her feel good about herself. But, you know, it really kind of caught me off guard because we haven't seen it since they went to Canada.
Right. And it was full on, dog.
Yeah, since they went to Canada, and all of a sudden, she was like in the studio, and she started like mimicking the Australian. I was just like, it's
like Larice, like, oh my God. She sounds like Daria. Remember that cartoon Daria on MTV? Like, Quinn. You're so crazy, Quinn. That's freaking Trina, but just like 2 octaves up. But I do like the new song that she's recording.
Game Time? It was actually a pretty nice, like, you know what? It reminded me of like actually being in the studio with recording artists and how she like kept having trouble and really kind of doubting herself, like, oh, I can't really sing it like that. But when she actually did the note, it's like, it sounds great. I think it's gonna be a real nice song.
Ashley, I wanted to know, you being a beautiful African-American female, we see a lot of different hairstyles on the Braxtons every week. Is it that easy to go from a nice fall down your back to braids to bald, back to a lot? Like, how does that work?
It is. I think it is. It just depends on, like, if you do your own hair or if you have the money to go get your hair done. Like, I'm really loving Tracy's hair, you know, these past couple of episodes. I love that short look on her.
Right.
I always love Tawanda's hair. That's sleek.
Always looks great.
Always.
Now, Toni, I'm not feeling it. It's
Why
just
not?
like, I think that just her hairline is too close to her eyebrows or something. Something just isn't working for me. And, you know, she's beautiful, and I'm like, maybe she just needs to, like, etch it back a little bit.
Okay.
I don't know.
So the Braxtons are, you know, they have a sponsorship with TJ Maxx and Marshalls to be a Braxtonista. How do you feel about their fashion? Do you think they're fashionable sisters? Like, really, real talk, because online people are always talking about how the Braxtons, the sisters, they're fashion forward, but you know, I see them in a bunch of like jeggings and like, you know, leggings. I don't see them in anything really hot.
Yeah.
You know what? I love the Braxtons. Do not get me wrong, but are they fashion forward? It depends on the crowd. They are.
It's like, I guess, the older crowd.
Younger generation.
They're ratchet. Not even sophisticated ratchet.
No, like, come on, seriously. I don't really think that anything that they wear is that appealing.
Right.
At all.
Not even Toni?
Toni is I would say she appeals to the, you know, the sophisticated woman.
Yeah.
What she wears is very, like, conservative and just kind of teachery, you know. When I look at her, I think teacher. But
of all things.
Yeah.
Teacher.
I mean, because it's just like, to me, she looks like slacks and a blouse kind of girl. Like, it's cute. But the rest of them, I think, I said teacher. Dang!
Fall back. Fall back.
I mean, all up over here.
I'm just asking, like, do you think that's cute?
I think it is. Come on, slacks and a blouse can be cute.
It can. I mean, it can. It can.
Okay.
I'm sure you rock a nice slacks in the blouse.
I wish I would see you in some slacks in the blouse.
Whatever.
So if you could dress them, if you could give them the Ashley Gray makeover, how would you make over each one, real briefly? What would you do?
It's so hard because I feel like my personality or my fashion sense is so different from all of the other girls. Like, for example, Trina, she likes to dress up as like a cowgirl one day, and then like as a priest the next day, and Nicki Minaj the next day. So it's like, I feel like she dresses more as characters to fit her different personalities, not necessarily like, okay, I'm gonna put on some jeans and a shirt. No, she has like her accessories are like over the top.
Like she's like, today I'm feeling very Oprah, so let me wear a fat suit.
Exactly.
Yes.
And like I feel like Janet Jackson, so I'm just gonna rock Poetic Justice.
Yeah,
braids.
just right.
Yeah.
Punch it in.
I mean, they look
Justice.
good,
Boom.
but I'm just saying, like, so she just has too many personalities.
Wow.
Like, too many.
You said Poetic Justice.
But speaking of Trina, when she uses that accent, it sounds like her breath stinks. Like I hate it. It's just like when she talks, I'm like, ooh, girl. I just like, I'm just like watching the TV. I'm like, I just smell it through the screen.
Ashley, how does someone sound like their breath smell?
Is this
sound?
Like,
it's like a steaming, like.
See, like I'm just
like
right there. You hear that? Say it again, Larice. His breath smells. I'm just kidding. It doesn't think.
Well, Trina says that in her vignette that her last single, Party or Go Home, really didn't do as well as expected, so she's working on an EP. Do you think that Trina could possibly be the breakout star as far as vocalists go? Because we're still waiting for Tamar's album that apparently probably isn't I'm getting the feeling about Tamar that what they're gonna do is go back in the lab and do a whole new album, because Love and War, it's been almost 6 months since Love and War debuted, December 6th, right? Yeah. We still haven't gotten anything. She's doing a Beyonce, has a world tour coming out, no album. Delaying releases of new music. The fans want that. You can't leave us hanging.
But like I said before, I just think it's more so because the pregnancy. She really probably want to like wait to after the pregnancy till she's able to kind of go on tour to start releasing like new music. And like watch when you hear like probably like August, September, you probably hear like 2 of Tamar's newest song and her releases, and then the album's gonna drop around about September 15th, and it's basically like set her up for the end of the year and do tours and everything.
But do you think the steam will still be piping hot, because you got to strike while the iron's hot, and Tamar had momentum last winter with Love and War and the Tamar and Vince show. People were definitely, I mean, that was one of the whole reasons they did that spinoff show. It's the branding.
But at the same time, you look at the second season of the show, it's gonna basically come out with the release of her new album and the show.
Yeah, good point well taken.
So you really kind of look at it that they're kind of holding out probably to the second season, because they will basically plugging the new album, the whole entire show, and making sure everybody go out. She's pregnant. It's the whole dilemma of her being pregnant, the new album, all this high, publicity just for her and the album and the new child.
Yeah.
And another thing is, because she had fertility issues, I think that she wanted to take it easy, because she didn't want to risk losing the baby, because she didn't know what kind of stress will come with trying to put out a new album. So I think that she's trying to
just play it cool.
Play it cool, and then like you were saying, she's just gonna plug it next season.
Like in the summer, I think it's gonna really be still a great album, but at the same time, I just think like they're just waiting for like the second season for After the Baby.
Makes sense. Well, congratulations to you, Tamar, for actually conceiving the natural way. I mean, she got pregnant without in vitro or surrogacy. They were just doing it. I agree. When she said that you're pregnant, so people know you do it. I always think that ew, you dirty slut.
Yeah,
you are having sex.
I was like, my mom like. Don't people know that everyone is grown and everybody do it?
Everybody don't do it, Larice.
But you can't sexualize everyone.
I know. I'm like, dang.
There's some people you can't like. You're like, ew, you have sex, really? Really? So on the subject, digressing away from sex, I've in my life, being an African American male, have never had chitlins.
Me either. I've never had.
They're good. I have had them before.
Have you had chitlins before? No, you have not. Do you know what chitlins are?
Not really. No.
Pig intestine.
They're the Rudy to the Tutor of the
pig. From the Rooter to the Tutor.
She says, you know what? You pray on it and eat it.
Exactly. We eat everything. We just pray.
Disgusting.
I think I've never, eaten chitlins before, but I've been in a house when they were cooking.
Smell awful.
Oh my gosh, they smell like boiled feet.
But why would you eat that?
But at the same time, it's like when you eat chitlin, it's like a tender meat. Like once you're able to eat it with, most people put hot sauce and eat it with like rice and everything. It's just the smells that get to you. You know how you have those meals that you're like, oh man, what does that smell? But when you actually eat the meal, it's a great meal.
No,
that chitlin is like
exactly.
that.
No. I'm like, have you ever had cow tongue?
No.
Okay, so I to me, I feel like it's the same texture as cow tongue.
And so in Ohio, they eat cow tongue. Ashley, tell us about it.
No, I actually tried it here in LA.
Lies, fairy tales.
No.
I'm like, in LA? Seriously.
Lies.
They don't eat beef in LA.
Where? In-N-Out? They have cow tongue at In-N-Out?
No, I like tried it and it was like disgusting. But it looks like the same type of, consistency.
Yeah.
I'll never eat chitlins.
Me neither.
I can't get past the smell. Oh, according to stank breath.
Stank breath. Well, the Braxton family is having a cook-off.
Yeah.
Like they have in several seasons. The blackberry dumplings. I don't know. Do you remember the episode where they're talking about the mom made the worst blackberry dumplings? First of all, blackberry dumplings sounds disgusting anyway.
Yeah.
So hats off to you for not eating that. Secondly, Tawanda chooses to make the blackberry dumplings.
Trying to redeem her mother's recipe.
And gross though.
I just don't think that anything that they made that day went with each other.
Yeah.
It's
no,
like,
nothing.
What
It's like
are
some
you guys
bad
doing?
Chipotle.
Can we get some greens and some cornbread and some black-eyed peas or some baked macaroni and cheese?
Here's what I've resolved to is that just because you are African American or black and from the South does not necessarily mean you are a good cook.
Yeah.
That is true.
It should mean
I
that,
second
though.
that.
You second. I know
Yes.
some people who claimed to make the best macaroni and cheese, and it was not.
Or potato salad. You be like, yeah.
Yeah, that it was like how they have the mustard, the mayo potato salad. It was like fluorescent yellow. That's how.
Oh my Lord.
I bought that
Disgusting.
from the store.
Right, Ralph's special, $1.99, 2 days old. So,
You know what? Not to cut you off, but I thought it was very interesting how all of their palates changed. And then, like, Tamar was the one keeping it real. Like, hold on. We have been eating this stuff since we were, little. Everyone that got all bougie, and now you guys are vegans. How do you feel about that? Like, everyone just changing.
I support veganism. I sometimes am vegetarian. So, I mean, I can never.
Sometimes?
Well, it just depends on. I eat fish. So, I don't call myself, you're not a full vegetarian if you eat some sort of meat.
Yeah.
But, I don't agree with omitting dairy. But I do think that, for health reasons, because they have high blood pressure and diabetes that runs in the family. But I do agree that some people go all bougie when they get new money.
But you know what, though? It's like one of those things, like, as a child, especially, like, on the East Coast, because I have family who do live in the South, but at the same time, it's one of those things that you have to eat what they feed you.
Right.
But when you have a right of choice to be like, oh, I'm not going to eat that. Like,
Right.
I probably would never go out and be like, oh, I'm going to eat chitlins again. Like,
Yes,
my
you
grandfather was the last person to ever cook chitlins. And guess what? That's probably like 10 years since I ate that because I would never probably eat chitlins
Right.
again. There's certain things that you're able to change up about yourself, whether it's lifestyle, whether it's health reason. But at the same time, like, I would not eat that type of food again.
And they're really funny about money. In the store, they're buying the food.
Oh.
They're having issues. Who's gonna pay for what? I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
First of all, Tamar, your husband's a multi-million-dollar.
But that's what I love about Tamar because she's not flashy with it. She's
Right.
like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm leaving because I ain't paying for that. That's $200.
She's like, Tawana got it.
Yeah, like, and then you can tell on Tawanda's face, she's like, oh my gosh, I do not got $200 in my bank account.
That's tragedy. 3 seasons in on a very successful show,
Yeah.
and you don't have $200. Sounds like
She
my
is-
life.
Some people just tight with their money.
It was rent was due yesterday. Sounds exactly like my life.
Be like, yeah, I can't buy this. And she was just like, I'm not buying the chitlins.
I would love to go to the Braxton's house in Encino. Tamar lives down the street from AfterBuzz Studios. That's how dope we are. Sorry. We're in some undisclosed place in America, and and have sushi with them.
Mm-hmm.
Something that's like we're used to eating. I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Soul food to me is not collard greens.
Yeah.
It's enchiladas and beans and rice and chili. I grew up. That was my soul
He's like,
soul
soul
food.
food.
So so I would love to sit down with them and actually eat something that's not disgusting. And it seems like all the food that's ever featured on the Braxtons is disgusting.
It's always like Southern style food.
And they eat a lot.
Yeah.
They do.
Can't you
They got the
tell?
hungry gene.
Well, speaking about the Tara got a couple of jeans, yo. She want to drink, but the way she said she's pregnant to the sisters
Presentation?
was like,
Do you guys think that was just staged and they already knew?
Yeah.
Because
Yes, of
as
course.
sisters, I don't have exactly like. Well, it's like I don't have any kids, and so if I told my sisters that I was pregnant when I'm married with a husband, I'm sure that they're not going to just be like, "Congratulations!"
They're gonna cry.
They're gonna cry. They're gonna jump up, hug me, and I'm like, "They're not. This had to be staged."
Right.
You know what? I can't even say that because all my other siblings have children besides me. And, like, when they tell me they're pregnant or they have a child on the way, I'll just be like, another one.
But you're not a woman, though. Women are very emotional and very in tune
There's
with
a
their...
sisterly bond that you know firsthand.
Yeah.
So what we saw today was inaccurate.
I don't...
Because they go way more ham on other stuff that's like, what? But she's pregnant.
But, you know, I can understand what y'all saying because now it's like, finally, Tamar is with child now. You know, and it's not because they probably been waiting for it for so long, and the fact that she has such a hard time getting pregnant, but now it's just like everybody's so subtle, like, oh, like
it was like this, Tamar, I'm pregnant. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you guys been doing it. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, no like
was
excitement at all.
Nothing.
I thought they was going to actually get up and like hug her,
and
like
cry.
maybe like cry.
Tony would sing
or something. Maybe.
Don't leave me in all this pain. You know, that voice is so low, Tony. I mean, girl, no amount of testosterone I possess could ever get my voice that low.
So this makes 12 for Mama E, 12 grandkids.
Yeah, it's like.
I didn't even know that there were that many, but we did see Michael Jr.'s daughter, who is beautiful. We saw her on this episode.
I didn't know she was that
old. I was
old.
wondering who that was. Yeah. My bad. Because, I missed the word. They have the gorgeous girl. I thought she was a celebrity.
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Like, gorgeous girl. I was like, is that Tatiana Ali?
No, not quite.
She's really pretty.
Is that Megan Good with the weave? But it wasn't. And speaking of money, so Gabe and Trina are thinking about moving to L.A., to to get it together, and they're house searching. First of all, the chick that was showing them the houses.
Did you not see how
she said a double-sided dual staircase. Well, I could have sworn double-sided also meant duals. You could have omitted double-sided or kept dual, but hooked on phonics apparently did not work for you. Seriously, but I loved it when like this one is 1 million. Gabe's like, okay. And the house was great. I mean, I would
no. Okay, because I've seen, if this is their real house that they're showing, when they be sitting down on that little raggedy couch, okay, we're talking about Atlanta. So you can get a really nice house for like $300,000.
Yeah.
So their house doesn't seem that huge.
Right.
So I would say about $250,000 or even $200,000 that they pay for their house.
Yeah.
How are you going to jump from that to 1 million?
Well,
you got it like that?
Gabe does have money.
Yeah,
really?
he does.
Yeah.
He's just tight with it.
$1 million though for a house?
Yeah. Well, in LA, which is a shack, depending on where you live, that's like a shack.
But it's probably the same size house that they have in Atlanta though, because it's probably like a 3 or 4 bedroom, 2.5 bath. What they probably would have got for $1 million out here in the LA area. But Gabe was content with it. But Trina's like, no, show me something
I'm Trina
bigger.
Braxton. I gotta have a palatial suite.
I want to be just like my sister.
Though? Like I don't get this. It just bothered me because I'm like, really? Because you don't have one when in Atlanta. So what's the
it's the LA lifestyle.
They're moving up. They're evolving, and I mean, as
you
the
not
show
know
gets
her new
bigger,
scene?
I feel like
money.
she's trying to keep up with the Joneses, and she is not financially equipped to keep up
Braxtons?
with the Joneses.
Ooh, you said financially equipped.
I really don't think so. If it wasn't for Gabe, how can you afford this?
Right.
Gabe can just be like, okay, I'm out, I'm taking my money, and then what do you have?
But she had the dream of her music.
No, exactly. What
it's a dream of the music that she feels like the reason that she's moving to LA, that she wants to move to LA, is because she feels like her son's going to go to school here, and that's pretty much another like topic as her like controlling her son's life and everything. But also she just feel like coming out here will really kind of like express her music to
give
the
her
world.
more opportunity.
Yeah. Of course, I understand giving her more opportunity, but she doesn't. She wants a very lavish lifestyle.
Wouldn't you?
And I do love to have a lavish lifestyle. However, I'm realistic.
Yeah.
And although I am chasing my dreams, I'm going to live comfortably. I'm not going to live above my means. And I believe that she's trying to live above her means, and she wants to have a really nice place only because her sisters have one. Yep. She wants to have really nice things only because her sisters have it. You know what I mean? I don't feel like this is
authentic, what she should be. And rich people stay rich monitoring how much money they save and not how much money they spend.
Exactly.
So it would be in Trina's. I mean, I'm no CPA or financial guru, but it would be into people's best interest to live below their means, because money, it's better to have, like gamblers. I don't gamble because to me, $20 in my bank account is a lot more secure than me possibly winning $200, giving away that $20. So it's all principle and all people and what people want. But the $4 million or the $5 million house wasn't that bomb. It was like
no. But that's what you get in LA. Like it's LA.
It's a spacious house.
Yeah, it was like, okay. I mean,
the pool was bigger. I like the pool.
If I was Trina, I would get a nice condo.
Exactly.
That you can own, fix it up, call it a day.
Exactly. I don't understand why she needs this huge house for only you, your husband, and your son. Why do you need this huge house?
Well, her son is graduating, so he's not really will be at the house. So it'd just be like her and Gabe. I mean, but at the same time, like anywhere you kind of move somewhere new, you want to kind of start off with like a starter property and then kind of work your way up to kind of see how music goes and see what type of financial situation they will be in maybe like 1 or 2 years from now and kind of see the success of her, Gabe, who already has money, but also the success of Trina herself and her music career.
Well, I mean, the smart person, like you said, starts off small and creates a lifestyle that is comfortable.
Yeah.
Because it's nothing like being able to have money to go buy a pair of shoes.
Exactly.
We don't have to worry about, if I spend that $100, I may be, hungry next week.
I might be eating oodles and noodles for the week.
Take it from AfterBuzz TV, financial gurus. Keep your money, stay your ass in Atlanta.
And well, I'm sorry.
Okay.
One thing that I did want to point out to everyone, our viewers and listeners, that we are streaming live from iPads, Androids. So make sure that you tell everyone and tune in from your iPad or your Android.
Yep. So there we have it. Nothing really too exciting in the last couple of episodes. No drama. We see Trina working. We see Tracy working out with Congo, man from the Congo.
Yeah.
And what is he wearing?
A suit. Like, who works out? First of all, who trains in a suit? It was hot outside. That wouldn't be me.
Yeah, staged.
I really think the majority of this episode was staged, including Trina's and Gabe's house hunt.
Yeah.
I think that, I didn't feel any realness coming off the screen.
Didn't you feel the realtor sounded like a Dr. Sherry with hair? I was like, Dr. Sherry, is that you? Girl, you got some hair. You went from bald to a full weed. Let your soul glow. It was amazing.
Hey, but I can't say, with Tracy, like getting in that ice bath, that's just like extreme. Like,
have you done that before?
Yes.
Does the inches just freeze away?
Really?
Yeah.
I was like, how does that happen?
It's like your whole body just kind of like contracts because
I bet it does.
It's so cold, and you just kind of sit in it, like you get numb, so you just can't feel no parts of your body.
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
I want to do that.
I hate my life. No, you really don't.
It's like a big tub of Kool-Aid. Cold
Kool-Aid. You can't drink this Kool-Aid.
I know, gross. You're like, hi. You have the bubbles floating. Like, did you fart in the water? So yeah. Anyways, well, you know what, Tracy? We hope that cold water really is working to get your body.
Good.
She does look good. Yeah. She looks tighter, and you know what? We see a new confidence in Tracy that's emerging that really wasn't there in the last three seasons.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
2 seasons.
I mean, that's good though.
Yeah,
she's changed.
Oh yeah. All right, well, AfterBuzzers, there you have it. Braxton's Family Value After Show for this week. Good stuff. Tamar is pregnant. The girls are cooking some disgusting food. And Trina needs to save for coins. There you go. Let's move on to predictions.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Ashley Nina Marie Gray, the princess, the lovely. Go ahead.
Let's see. What are my predictions? I think that Trina will make the move to LA, but she'll realize that she doesn't need a really big house to be happy. I think that we'll see some more drama with Tony. She's going to get back in the studio. She's going to start making some music. With Tamar, she's going to start flipping out. The pregnancy's going to get to her, and she's going to start being, even more extra than the Tamar that we know.
All right, Larice.
I actually agree with her about Tamar. I think she's gonna be like the snappiest, like spoil, and I think it might actually. You know how like those couples who have like their first child and always kind of like brings like a tension between two couples. I think that's gonna kind of happen between her and Vince. It might actually show on the show. And I think if Trina actually moved to LA, they're not gonna have the store.
Oh. Whoa, you have like a whole plot just, just mapped out. I agree with both of you. I think that a lot of those things may come to fruition. I really don't have any predictions because, you never can tell what's gonna happen, and everything has been so like thus far. So let's keep on watching and hope for the best.
Yeah.
Right? There you go. Well, guys, until next time, there you have it. I'm Jason J. Carter. You can find me on Twitter at JJCForever, and also on Facebook at the Jason J. Carter fan page, and also on Twitter at Triple Dub Show.
And I'm Ashley Gray. You can follow me on Twitter at TweetNinaMarieG. You can also follow me on Instagram at Nina Marie Gray. Also, add me as a friend on Facebook. I would love to interact with you there. Let's keep this conversation going. Tweet me on Twitter.
And I'm your host, Larice Shamar. You can find me at Larice Shamar on Twitter, but also follow me at True Peoples on Instagram, and check out TruePeoplesMedia.com.
All right, y'all. Well, pleasure, as always. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Don't drink and drive. And we'll see you guys next week. Keeping it real, keeping it classy. Deuces.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.